Hi, Assalamualaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Welcome to WEET, What Weekend English Talk. Today we'll be present by Hanif Ibrahim Zaki and me as the host, and today we have a special guest from America will be our source for today. He is Fathir.
Thank you.
Today's topic is about English pronunciation. So, before we get into the topic, I would like to ask you some questions. Okay. What kind are you? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. I'm doing good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. There hasn't been any problem today.
Really?
Yes, really. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're 8 past 2.
And
Have you taken breakfast?
Yes, I have eaten breakfast.
Yeah, eating breakfast.
what was your menu for today?
It was eggs and tempeh.
Oh my gosh, that's a cake, I guess.
Soy cake?
Soy cake, dude, soy cake.
Soy cake. Soy cake. Yeah. So we have soy cake and some eggs for breakfast. So, what are your thoughts about this weekend English talk? This is your first time, right?
It is my first time.
It's our first time, dude.
Yes, it's our first time.
It's
And
out.
what is your thought about it? What
My
are your
thought-
thoughts about it?
Well, it's natural. I think that it's natural. It's not pressured or anything like that. I'd say it's just natural.
And you're prepared for this?
Of course I'm prepared for this.
Fully prepared.
Not fully, but I'm prepared.
How about the topic? Is it good?
The topic, it's fine.
English pronunciation.
Okay. English pronunciation. Okay, let's get to the topic.
First question.
So, what do you think of people's pronunciation
People's pronunciation.
out of
Indonesia
English,
or-
Indonesia or
Indonesia
other
or-
countries
of
that
Indonesia.
doesn't use English as their native language?
China pronunciation?
Well, the pronunciation of foreign language, I would say it's natural for them to have like accents when they use English, because in their own language they have their own accents, and when they learn English, they don't learn about English accents. Instead, they learn about like how to say these words, and maybe like prefixes or verbs, pronouns, and like that. They don't learn about pronunciation, but instead they just learn about English and in general like that.
And do you understand when these people who learn English and general and doesn't use pronunciation? Do you fully understand it?
Of course I understand.
You sure?
As long as their English is understandable, like I can understand what words they're
You
saying.
understand and me understand it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Win-win.
win-win.
So, how about people's accents? Is it good if you mix whereas English? Like, for example, you use Japanese accent for talking to
Japanese,
or
or Chinese,
Chinese accent.
but with speaking English language.
or maybe Arabic accent.
Oh my
There.
God, Arabic.
Well-
Oh.
Well, in my opinion, I would say that accent isn't really a big problem. So when I hear people talk in like Chinese accent or maybe Sundanese accent or Japanese accent, I would consider it natural, because everybody has their own accents. It just depends on where they come from.
And it
How
doesn't-
about the grammar? Is it that important for
I
speaking?
would say if you want to use English but in a formal way, I would say grammar is highly important. But if you want to use English just for casual talk,
daily language?
like daily language, yeah, I say grammar isn't exactly that important. You can just drop a few words.
Just directly speak like that?
Yeah, just directly speak like that. Yeah.
And does it bother you when people use their accents for talking with you?
Not necessarily. In America, there's a lot of people with their own accents. So when I hear people talk to me with English but with a strong accent, like Indo accent, I don't see that as weird, because there are people with accents in America as well. So when I hear that, like people using Indo accents, I would just be natural, man.
Hey,
So,
how many accents in America?
That I don't exactly know, but I would say there's more than one.
More than one.
More than one.
so between
What are they?
I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I know in each state, like maybe like New York, California, Florida, Maryland, Kansas.
Oh, they have the different.
Yeah, they have the
different
accents.
accent.
Yeah.
between these three problems, like grammar, pronunciation, and accents, which do you think is the most important?
I think grammar.
I would say grammar, yeah, because grammar, grammar is, of course, you learn English for maybe like work, or because you don't learn English just to talk to other people casually and learning just like
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
Yeah, people learn English for maybe job applications or jobs or getting into jobs like that, you know. So I would say grammar is highly important if you want to, use English for, getting hired.
That's right, dude.
Like
Because just
formally.
imagine, look, you
I agree.
go to New York and then you roam and then you talk with random people. Hey, dude, what about? And then you don't use grammar, dude. And you go to London, for example, to apply a job, and then you don't use grammar. What the heck? They're gonna throw you out.
Yeah, it will be happen.
Or maybe they're gonna fire the whole country if they want.
What the hell? Now, what other topics do we have?
And yeah, another thing is also related to pronunciation, phonetic alphabet. The alphabets that are written in dictionaries to help people pronounce it. What do you think of them? Do these help readers or not?
I would say in ways it would help other people because of, the words aren't spelled correctly, but instead it's spelled how the word is supposed to be pronounced. Like that, like, let's say, sure. Sure is spelled S-U-R-E, but in reality, how it's pronounced, it's spelled S-H-U-R. Sure. It doesn't have an E, and it doesn't have an H. That's,
This is not SH in phonetic symbol. I guess it's yeah.
SY.
No, SY. It's like the FJ thingy. I don't know how to call it, dude. So, and do you use these phonetic symbols when you learn English in the past?
In the past, I don't think I've ever used phonetic, words. I think I just learned English through experience.
I think you were speaking English since born, dude.
Yes, I think I was, because I moved to America when I was like 2 years old, man.
Yeah.
2 years old. That's
He doesn't need to
too
learn.
young.
He doesn't need to learn English.
I don't need to learn English, man. It's already stuck in my brain.
Shit, bro. So, who?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go on.
What should people do if they want to speak English well, like that? Maybe
Like
behavior
maybe
or
fix
what?
the pronunciations?
Yes.
I would say, well, getting taught, like maybe getting taught by Indo teachers isn't the best way. I don't mean that in an offensive way, but I would say maybe like you have to learn through like native, like American or maybe British or Australian English. Like you need those types of teachers to teach you how to pronounce because they have the experience. Like how people say or other people say, experience is the best teacher because adaptation and other things. Like you need those to, push you forward.
It will be hard to find teachers like that.
No, dude, but what he says is correct. You know what?
Yeah, I know.
When you learn a language, you can't just translate it to another language.
You need
That's
to
why-
learn from the source.
Yeah, you learn a language with its language. Don't learn language with another language. You're right, right?
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And one thing about these pronunciation. What? About these pronunciation. Again, pronunciation.
Yes.
Do you think this is a big problem when we're applying for job?
Pronunciation, I would say pronunciation isn't that big of a problem. Like I said before, the biggest problem is grammar. Pronunciation is, I would say, natural because natives have their own pronunciations with other words and accents with other languages,
Yeah.
So I would say pronunciation isn't a big problem if you want to apply for a job outside your country, like in an English country. Like that.
It means that the most problem is on the grammar.
Grammar, yeah.
We need to learn grammar more.
That's why the TOEFL thingy gives us, questions that just go around, which can be like into one word. They make it like one sentence. Like for example, want. Under my consciousness, I know that I want to do this, and then I forgot that one word. It's always used in TOEFL. Yeah, TOEFL.
You know TOEFL?
TOEFL, yeah.
TOEFL. TOEFL.
T-O.
That is
FL.
like an
TOEFL.
examination, but international examination.
Yeah, TOEFL.
I don't know what that is.
You know waffle?
I know.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dude, it's the same it's almost the same pronunciation, but different thing. Okay, you gotta need to keep that in mind. That it's a different thing.
I like waffle.
What? We're not talking about waffle here.
Then go to IHOP, dude. You got much more better waffle there, right?
We are buying time, dude.
But you didn't have to say
You
that.
know IHOP.
Of course I know
You
IHOP.
got-
IHOP is, yes, it's an American restaurant, man.
You got waffle there.
Yes, there's waffle there, there's pancake there, there's...
Look, I told you, you better go to IHOP and buy waffle. You know, you can just eat waffle the whole day, one week.
Dunkin' Nuts better, dude.
Dunkin' Nuts.
Dunkin' Nuts. Donut.
Donut.
Yo, what the heck? Dunkin' Donuts.
No, Dunkin' Nuts. Oh my god, these nuts.
Dude, come on.
Yeah, IHOP is...
Random topic, dude.
IHOP is a morning restaurant, man. There's waffles, there's pancake there, man. There's coffee. There's...
Oh yeah, one thing. What's happened if you don't use grammars, neither pronunciation when you ask for a menu?
Then no one's gonna understand you. It's gonna be
They're gonna say, oh, what the heck?
like maybe like Chinese people. I want this, no.
And then the whole,
Don't rest
Not
We are on air.
I'm Chinese.
the whole waiter's gonna bang their
Japanese. We are
receipt
using
down.
Japanese case, dude.
Japanese case. I don't know Japanese. I've never really heard anybody use Japanese.
I can't talk Japanese either. So,
You are Arabian, dude.
dude, come on, just forget about it. No need to talk about that. Dude. Okay. Is English pronunciation needed when you talk to other people? Like just roaming around New York and then you talk to other people, hey dude, what's up?
No, I don't think you need pronunciation. I think the main thing that you need is for other people to understand you. No, I don't want to use Chinese again.
You can take Spanish.
I don't know.
Spanish.
No, like people have like Spanish people. There's a lot of Spanish people in America, and they have their own accent. Yeah, and people still understand Spanish people, even though they use their like most aggressive accent they have.
So every nation has their own accent and have their own pronunciation.
Yes, if they use English, it's different for every country.
And do you know not exactly, do you know how much types of English accents are there in the world? Like
Too
Australian
much, dude.
accents.
Too much to
Is
count.
there Canadian?
Canadian has their own accent. Yes.
Yeah, they have their own accent.
How is the pronunciation? Can you?
I actually don't exactly know Canadian pronunciation. I never met anybody Canadian.
You
But-
never met?
No.
But from all the accent we have in this world, which accent do you think is better? The
Best.
best, yeah.
British maybe?
No. I would personally, it's not an English country language that has the best accent. I would say.
Indonesia.
No.
Japanese.
Japanese accent feels good.
No, I'm not sure. It's somewhere in Europe. It's somewhere in Europe.
Britain.
Not Sweden. No.
Europe, Turkey?
Not Turkey. No. There's like this one country. I forgot what it's called, but their accent mixed with English. It sounds so polite. It sounds so nice. I don't know. It's nice to listen to them talk.
Germans.
Not Germans. No. Germans.
Oh my god.
Germans.
What about Russia?
Not Russian. Russian? Oh, Russian could be fine if they use English. It's fine.
And which one do you think is better? Russian accent or British accent or American accent?
Or Japanese?
Dude, stop talking about Japanese. I'm gonna change this to
I love
Japanese.
Japanese, dude. What's wrong with you?
I would say maybe in smooth talk way, I'd say Russian. In understanding, I would maybe say English, not English, American, because American is simplified English, and British is traditional English.
Never thought that Russian would be that smooth. I
Oh
guess
my.
they're just too rough and then
What?
In this whole world, Russian always gets in wars.
Oh my god, they were racist.
No, dude, not that. So, dude, I wanna ask you one question. Does the government in America
What
all
the hell, man?
all uses the same pronunciation, or they use
Yes!
different pronunciations or accents? Do you like
The
a,
governments,
a prime minister talk to to their
like Prime Minister talking to a different country?
no, different states?
State. Yes, they use the same pronunciation, yes.
They use the same accent,
Yes, the same accents. Of
even
course.
though they are from another nation.
Yes,
Like for
usually
example, they are from British and then they come to America.
a high ranking person would have to learn rough English to get that high of a rank. They can't just be a foreign and then boom, they're up in the ranks. They have to use rough English. Learn rough English.
Can you give me I'm still confused, dude, about rough English. Give me one example.
Rough English, alright? You know how in Indonesia you learn English from our English teacher, Mr. Debs. It's just like the normal English, you present, you do that.
Yeah.
Now rough English, it's not slangs, it's mainly like you learn English but you have to perfect it. You cannot be wrong
Perfectly.
at all. Yeah. It's like learning Arabic. You have to, like, when you start off learning Arabic, you like ba ba, you know?
Yeah,
But you have to perfect it until you can read the Quran really fluently, like that. It's the same with rough English.
It must be perfect.
So
Yeah,
it's the same with pronunciation.
pronunciation, yes. Like, you have to perfect the pronunciation
Connection.
and grammar.
And again, pronunciation. So who teaches you English?
Who teaches me English?
Yeah, English. Who taught you?
Uh,
Dude,
God taught it?
no.
of course God taught him, but from who?
I learned English. I'm pretty sure I learned English. When I don't think my English was really fluent when I was in este, or as you could call it, elementary school.
Yeah.
I would say my English top, I mean like it maxed out at around, I'd say 5th grade, class 5.
Oh, so you are right. He doesn't need to learn anymore, bro.
Yeah, it maxed
He
out
was
in
in
class 5.
America.
And have you experienced teaching other people English?
Not entirely, no. I'm not a good teacher.
But
because
you once had.
I think I've taught some people English before.
And what was your experience if you could share it to me? I could know.
I would say it is stressful because people don't exactly know, it's hard to break down the subject from, like, let's say, they want to learn tense, sure, accent, sure, whatever, words. It's really hard for you to break down the subjects. So, like, for me, I don't have any experience as a teacher. I'm still a kid, 14. Not 14, I'm 15. But it's really hard for me to, like, just get their understanding of English and then get their understanding of English for me, and then so I can teach them what they need to be taught. So it's like a mix.
Going to our class Datang,
Which ages are they?
Ages?
Raihan,
I
Baun, and Satria.
Okay. Okay. From those pronunciation, I'm still. What's the name? I'm still.
still.
I still want to know how do you spell? Not spell. How do you pronounce planet in British accent?
Planet in British. I'm not sure planets in British accent, but I don't know British, man.
You can British?
No, I can't
Oh.
do British, man. I'm American. British and American are
I thought
different.
that American can British too.
No, not perfect.
You hate them?
No, I don't hate them.
No, I mean both they hate their accent or
Both
like
are hating each other.
I don't think so.
do they hate each other?
So which better? British or American?
I don't know. What?
No.
I don't know, man. I'm not entirely sure what's better. I don't have an opinion which is better.
And both are better.
How
pronounce this Earth and British.
Earth.
He say that he doesn't know British, dude.
I don't know.
No problem.
Earth.
What's the matter?
Earth. Flat Earth.
No.
Oh my God,
dude,
like,
no, flat Earth.
Earth.
Earth is flat.
There's
Earth is
no
not
the
flat.
Hey, dude,
flat
Earth is
Earth.
flat, right?
No.
Yes.
Earth is not flat, man. If you dig down, you're gonna get to China. Not China though. What's under Indo?
Stop it.
Great Wall of
Dude, what's
China.
wrong with China?
There's nothing wrong with China. No, I'm just used to because in America.
America against China.
No, in America, if you
During
dig down
the
from America,
Fathir.
you'll get to China. Now, that's fear, man.
Oh yeah. Have you teach or have you taught other people how to speak English?
No.
No, you haven't teach anyone.
No, I think the only people that are really taught is my friends. Like maybe friends that don't know English too well. Like I teach them small English.
And according to your experience, how was it?
It's rough because as me, no experience as a teacher, it's hard for me to get their understanding of English and then mix my understanding of English with their understanding of English, so it'd be like, full understanding of English, Like that.
You made it.
I
Should be
know I
easy
made
for
it.
you.
I know, but like it's just difficult, man.
Why?
What do you mean why? It's just difficult for me to teach. I'm not a teacher. I'm only a kid, man. I'm only 15. Well, I was 13 at the time.
You should be ready. One day you're gonna teach other people, dude.
Oh.
You gotta teach a smaller.
Idea and teaching. No. I don't think I'm gonna be a teacher. I suck at teaching.
Nah, nobody sucks at teaching. Okay. And your friends, what are the range of their ages of those students who you taught?
My friends who I've taught, it runs from maybe like 12 to my age, 12 years old to my age, or maybe not 12, maybe 12 years old to my age.
Too young.
That's not 12.
Oh, 12. Oh God.
What did you think I said? 2?
No, I thought.
You need to
it
clean
was
your
like,
ears.
minus 12.
No, man. No, 12 years old to my age, which is 15, 14.
Oh yeah. And then, do they understand you well?
I use English?
Yeah. Do they understand you well?
Yeah, because my friends, well, mainly most of my friends, they all speak English. Not fluent English, but they would understand English. They'd understand what I say because I talk to them in proper English. But if my friends that already understand English extremely well, then I would use accents or maybe like slang. Slang.
Okay. What do you suggest to people that wants to learn English?
I would suggest maybe learn from your own steps. Like maybe your English teacher is teaching you things that you don't completely understand yet. So I would say learn maybe pronunciation or maybe whatever you find easy in English. I would say learn that first. Don't learn other things first. Like maybe like verbs and pronouns and adverbs can come later. Maybe basic speech and basic knowledge of English is needed first, not advanced knowledge of English, but you lack speech. Like that.
And is there a difference between how other countries teach English with how Indonesian people teach English?
I feel like English teaching, they start off rough because I myself have gotten the experience of getting taught English in Indo, and I would say that the English teacher don't exactly start off in the best way. Maybe what they need to start off is basic speech, like I said. Not speech like in front of other people, but I would say speech in front of the teacher himself. And then the teacher, like, just in case if the person has like stage fright or maybe he's introverted,
Yeah.
I would say
nervous.
like it's
got
it's
nervous.
yeah, it's hard to learn English if you're nervous. So you need, like, when you learn English, you need to be as calm as possible. Like, you can't mess up with that.
And is there a different system in how they teach and how other countries teach? For example, how American teaches English and how Indonesian teaches English. For example, like in America, there's no such stuff like verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, right?
No,
And there's no verb
It's
8,
only
right?
in Indonesia.
Yeah,
yeah.
like for example, like that.
Yeah, the verb 1, 2, 3, or whatever you guys call that, that comes in the grammar. That comes in the grammar position when in America we learn English. And I would say the system between Indo and America completely different, because in America we start off with our alphabets, then pronunciation of our alphabets, then writing our alphabets, and then we move on to words, and then sentences, and then essays.
In America.
In America. But in here, we start off
Tenses.
sentences.
Yeah, that's a big problem. You know?
Pronunciation, grammar.
Yeah, that's a big problem, dude. Look, it's better that we start from, like, for example, learning starting from A to Z and how to pronounce it.
Like, yeah, like when you're reading Ikra.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
only
like,
learn
we start
the
off with
alphabets
And
first.
Yeah,
at
the
kindergarten maybe.
Yeah, we start off from the alphabets, and then we start off from letters, and then words, and then like that. Like sentences, yeah, and then like the pronunciation of each word, pronunciation of each sentence, and
So like, pronunciation is the second pillar, and it's also important, right?
The most important.
Yeah.
The most important is grammar.
Yeah, it's more important, not the most place. It's in second place. And by the way, what are your suggestions to people out there?
I would say, like I said before, this is important. Learn from your own, let's say, pace. Learn from your own pace. Like, if the teacher's going too fast, tell the teacher, like, slow down, okay? Like, if you don't exactly understand the topic, then just learn from your own pace. You don't want to rush it, because it's better if you just learn in a more calming way. Lebih santai, like that.
And what do you think? Which do you think is better? Learning solo, or learning with a teacher, or learning in class? For
I
learning
would
language.
say learning languages.
Yeah.
I would say this goes for all languages, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would say for basic knowledge, like like speech, pronunciation, and grammar, all that, from a teacher. But if you want like proper pronunciation and proper grammar, I would say from experience, because it's better if you learn from other people, learn from the experience of
Experience is the best teacher.
experience is the best teacher, like that.
And which do you think is the best way to learn English by yourself? Like from reading or listening? Yeah, listening includes to watching movies and games. Yeah, which of these two?
I would say this is from me, because I actually did somewhat learn English by myself.
Yeah.
I would say learn English from listening to other people talk, like maybe like in games, like for example, you play games like
Call of Duty.
not Call of Duty.
What the heck Call of Duty
No,
needs to
you
do?
play like a calm game where people can like interact, like a social, like VR chat,
Oh,
like
yeah.
VR chat, like where people talk to each other. I would say from there, from listening to other people talk and then joining in conversations, and then people would be like, "Oh man, your pronunciation is like that." They would point out like things wrong with their pronunciations or maybe your English, and then because of that, you would adapt, and then you would
Yeah.
advance your English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, playing games isn't bad actually, but
Not all games.
yeah, not all
Some
games.
games.
Yeah, but in this context, playing online game, multiplayer games isn't that bad. You can use them to learn English. remember.
But most of them are toxic, dude.
Don't
Yeah, that's the problem.
don't learn
Such
English
as
from
Valorant
GTA.
or something.
Learn English from a
Socializing game.
Yeah,
Socializing.
family-friendly community game.
Such as Valorant.
Alright. And so, dude, what's your message for people out there? What's your message?
Do you mean motivation maybe?
Yeah, your motivation, your
For someone
message.
who those are still learning English.
And those who wants to speak English
Well.
but haven't started learning yet. What are your motivation and message?
You
My-
give them a motivation.
Well, my motivation is it's really simple. Alright. It's mindset that brings you down.
Oh,
So,
it's all about mindset.
mindset.
Again, mindset.
I would say
It's all about
just
mindset.
change your mindset and just know if you're currently learning English, just think about it. In the future, if you stay consistent in learning English, one day you'll be able to speak English fluent as me. Maybe.
And that's your motivation. And what about your message
My message:
to people out there?
Never give up.
never give up. Yeah, time always goes by.
Okay.
Hey dude, you say that you want to give some quotes maybe for the students
This
out there?
quote is actually in Indonesian language. I
It's
guess.
okay, it's
It's
okay.
okay, right?
Give us the vision, right? Yes, Mr. Dev.
Dunia itu gulita, namun diterangi dengan oleh cahaya. Hidup itu susah, namun diringani oleh usaha. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Cuas.